This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for August 17, 2023. And in the news this evening, 2 killed in separate hit-and-run incidents in Clarendon. A 34-year-old mother of 4 was killed in a hit-and-run along the Bustamante Highway in Clarendon on Wednesday. The news understands, too, that a man said to be of an unsound mind was killed in another hit-and-run early Thursday. The police have confirmed that incident, but said details were not readily available. The deceased woman in Wednesday's incident has been identified as Anne-Marie Bison, also known as Stephanie, a vendor of Rules Pen, Palmer's Cross in the parish. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 10:30 p.m., Bison was standing along the roadway when she was struck by a vehicle that did not stop. She was assisted to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Bison's spouse, Jason Scale, said they had just alighted from a taxi when the tragedy unfolded. "We come off at the taxi and by the time we pay we fear. Me only hear a whistling sound a come from up the road. And by the time we grab her, the van already lick her, broke her foot, hand and ribs," said Scale. He lamented the road's poor conditions amid the fatal incident. "Every day them say them a fix this road here, and me no see no improvement. Be promises," said Scale, who also bemoaned the poor visibility in the area due to the absence of street lights. "Maybe with 2 lights on the post them, me coulda even catch the license plate," said Scale. Scale said he is now haunted by the grim reality of raising their children, ages 14, 10, 3 and 1, as a single parent, and has issued a warning to drivers. "Him kill my baby mother. My son them a go grow up without a mother. When everybody have them family, my own shorten. Uno fi cut uno speed. Uno fi have heart. Not because people have walk foot or not drive," said Scale. A male pillion died in a collision on August 6 along Bustamante Highway in the parish. Some 246 civilians have died in road crashes on the nation's roads up to August 14. The figure is 60 fewer deaths when compared to 306 fatalities recorded in the corresponding period in 2022. 12-year-old boy charged for stabbing of 13-year-old girl in Portland. A 12-year-old Hope Bay, Portland boy has been charged for attacking a 13-year-old girl with a machete and then stabbing her with a knife. He was charged on Wednesday with wounding with intent following the incident. Reports from the Hope Bay police are that about 11 a.m., the boy attacked the girl with a machete. An adult intervened and disarmed the boy, the police say. He then reportedly went to retrieve a knife, which he allegedly used to stab the girl in her back. The police were summoned and the teen girl was taken to the hospital, where she is being treated. The boy was arrested and subsequently charged. His court date is being arranged. 16-year-old boy held with a gun in Portmore operation. A 16-year-old boy was among 2 people who were apprehended with 2 firearms on Wednesday, the St. Catharines South police is reporting. The police operations are aimed to restore and maintain law and order, reassure residents within the communities, and to build public confidence. Reports are that between 5 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Wednesday, August 16, lawmen conducted a joint police-military operation within the Gregory Park community of St. Catherine. During the operation, 18 people were detained. They are currently being questioned by detectives. A 16-year-old boy of Watson Grove, Portmore, St. Catherine, was held in Clark's Lane in the parish with a .38 revolver and 1 9mm cartridge. He was subsequently charged with possession of prohibited weapons and unauthorized possession of ammunition. 1 Browning 9mm pistol with 1 magazine containing 6 9mm cartridges was taken from 32-year-old Tristan Morgan of Walker Avenue, Portmore, St. Catherine. He was subsequently taken into custody and also charged with possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The police continue to appeal to the public to assist them with their investigations by calling the Portmore Police at 876-982-8422, the police 119 emergency number, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. Scrap metal laborer charged for allegedly raping 11-year-old girl. A 46-year-old man from Kingston has been charged with the alleged rape of an 11-year-old girl. He is a scrap metal laborer of Parkway Drive in Riverton Meadows, Kingston 11. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that sometime in June 2023, Stewart, who is a family friend, requested to use their bathroom facilities. The child reportedly granted him access to the home. Stewart then allegedly went to the child's room where he held her down and raped her. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched. Stewart was held on Saturday, August 5, and subsequently pointed out during an identification parade. He was later interviewed in the presence of his attorney and consequently charged. His court date is being arranged. Kingston man charged for stolen mattress. A 39-year-old man from Kingston has been charged with housebreaking and larceny after a mattress was stolen from a woman's house valued at $30,000. The incident happened on Smith Lane in the parish on Sunday, August 13. He is Trevor Cummings of Wildman Street, Kingston. Reports from the Central Police are that about 3 p.m., the complainant securely locked up her house and left. Upon her return, she discovered her door lock damaged and the building broken into. A mattress valued at about $30,000 was stolen from her premises. A report was made to the police and an investigation commenced. Cummings was arrested and charged after he was pointed out during an identification parade. A court date for him is being finalized. Senior firefighter accused of sex crime against the girl offered bail. The high-ranking firefighter accused of a sex crime against a teenage girl was granted bail in the sum of $400,000 in the St. James Parish Court on Thursday. He was given bail with up to 2 sureties and was also ordered to surrender his travel documents and reported to the police 2 times a week. He is scheduled to return to court on September 22, 2023 for a hearing date. St. James Police arrested the fireman at his office on Wednesday in connection with the incident involving a 14-year-old girl who was doing voluntary work at the fire station in July. He was later questioned in the presence of his attorney, then subsequently charged with attempted rape and sexual touching. PNP blasts the cabinet policy barring ministers from speaking on Integrity Commission issues. People's National Party President Mark Golding says the government's decision not to allow cabinet ministers and the government lawmakers to comment on matters related to the Integrity Commission and the identities of the 6 parliamentarians under investigation for illicit enrichment is shocking and deeply concerning. Golding urges that the notion of creating a policy to shield the ministers from speaking is a glaring attempt to obstruct transparency and evade the responsibility of elected officials to the Jamaican people. The excuse that this policy is intended to preserve the confidentiality of cabinet deliberations disguises its true intent. In reality, it is a political maneuver to shield the parliamentarians from being held accountable for their actions and potential wrongdoings. This is not the kind of leadership and governance that Jamaicans deserve, charged Golding. The very essence of democratic governance hinges on transparency, accountability, and the duty of elected officials to provide explanations to the people they serve. This policy undermines these fundamental principles and erodes the trust between the government and the citizens, he added. The PNP president says the party views this policy as a dangerous subversion of democratic values. It is an abuse of power at the highest level, and it contradicts the ideals of open and honest governance that the Jamaican people have the right to expect from their elected representatives. Golding, who is also leader of the opposition, says that the PNP stands in stark contrast to this approach. We have taken the responsible step of voluntarily disclosing the status of all our parliamentarians with regard to the IC's investigations. This goes further to our unwavering commitment to transparency and accountability. He wants the government to reconsider its decision. Our nation deserves a leadership that is open, honest, and dedicated to serving the best interest of all citizens. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.